So in this video, I'm going to continue doing examples of cost revenue problems. So this problem says the production costs in dollars per week of producing X widgets is given by the C of X formula. And the demand function for the widgets is given by P of X. So this is my demand equation. What is the marginal cost, the marginal revenue, and the marginal profit at X equals 200 and X equals 400? Okay, so for this problem, we're going to start with the marginal cost because that's what it asks for. So they give me the cost function. The marginal cost is always the derivative of the cost function. Okay, so the derivative of 4,000 is 0. Negative 32x is negative 32. 0.08 x squared is plus a 0.16x, okay, because 0.08 times 2 is 0.16. 2 minus 1 is x. And then for 0.00006 x cubed, I'm going to take the 0.00006, multiply by 3, which is 0.00018. And then x to the second power if I decrease it by 1. So this is my formula for marginal cost. To find at 200, I would plug in 200 to this function, and then I would also plug in 400 to find it at 400. And I would just type this all into your calculator at one time. And that gives me 7.2. Okay, and again, cost, this marginal cost is in dollars per unit. Okay, so it's pretty much the cost to produce the 201st item would be $7.2. Okay, at 400, I'm going to do the same thing and plug in 400. Again, you could type this function into your y equals and then calculate it, whichever one you find to be easier. Okay, and if I simplify that, we should get $60.8 per unit. Okay, so again, that gives me the cost to produce the 401st unit. Okay, so then we want to find the marginal revenue at these two values. Okay, now they didn't give me the revenue function, they gave me the demand. So R of X is always the number of units, which in this case is X times the demand function. So I'm going to have X times this function for my demand. And before I take the derivative, I need to distribute that X. That's very important. Okay, now I can take the derivative to find the marginal revenue formula. So that gives me 250 plus 0.04x minus 0.003x squared. I'm going to plug in again 200 to this formula. Okay, and if you do that, you should get 138. Again, the units are dollars per unit. Okay, so again, this is telling me the revenue for the 201st item. So the cost or the revenue that you make from the 201st item would be $138. Then we plug in 400. Right, if you simplify that, you should get negative 214. Okay, so they're actually losing revenue at this point. This would be again the revenue for making the 401st item. Okay, and then we would find the profit. Now, the profit is always revenue minus cost. Okay. In this case, they did ask us for just the marginal profit when it's 200 and 400. And so since I already found the marginal profit for 200 and 400, instead of finding the profit function and then taking the derivative and then plugging them in, which I could do, it would just be easier to take what I found for R prime of 200 and subtract C prime of 200. And that would give me the marginal profit at 200. Which would be 138 minus 7.2. Which gives me 130.8.